race. Two, 1, 2 then, Frankie Wayman expected to make his part. We're looking for the green flag. We're away, rocket and rolling. BriSCA follow on Stockwell style here at Skegness Stadium in the first part of the UK Speedweekend. .307 then, Tim Warwick it is in the early stages, ahead of 1:37. That's Andy Jacklin. Lead car then over the start-finish line. This start is 3:07 from 1:37. 4:23 looks pretty nippy on the charge, just ahead of Keith Neville, and we've lost one there on the exit of turn 4 in a pretty precarious place as well. Could well be number 400, in fact it is 400, Jim Conlon, who has been doing exceptionally well in the B class formula. Meanwhile, we're switching back to the raceway and it's 3:07 from 1:37. 9:01:41. Paul Corker then doing extra in a row in the 141 car. Looking mighty lively. And we've got a big coming together up there on turns 1 and 2, 4:54 there in particular as well, and another car's numbers obscure from this particular purchase could be in fact 4:34. We'll confirm that later. They're certainly well out of contention. 3:07 there, not from 1:37. Tim Warwick then establishing quite a healthy looking lead over the 1:37 car of Andy Jacklin. The lead car's then streaking over the start and finish line. We've got halfway this time, Mr. Starter, halfway this time. The Union Jack about to be shown to 3:07, Tim Warwick. Still well there, Andy Jacklin though, forcing as well ever closer towards that lead car. 91 comes through swiftly into third place, that's Wolf Warnes. He's certainly going to be a lively contender as we go into the second part of this race. Still Tim Warwick leading, Andy Jacklin 1:37 in second spot, and these two pulling clear of 91, Wolf Warnes. 52 comes through next best, that's Craig Howard, and he's going to be making a charge before too long. Just 5 next time, Mr. Starter, 5 next time, and Tim Conlon at 400 in trouble again down that back straightaway, this time with 2:36. Michael Ives, and that certainly ruined their chances. Meanwhile, the lead car is already through the start and finishing point. It's 3:07, Tim Warwick into turn 3 already. He's now ahead of 91 and 52. That's your lead 3 cars, Mr. Zar, 3:07. This is the battle for second and third after 1 to 5. It's 91, 52. Number 6, Phil Wheeldon comes through into 4th spot. So then we're certainly going to look as though we're all going to have a crackerjack finish, but Tim Warwick doesn't look as though he wants to be, or he's going to be denied in this one. Moves past another back marker there. Tim Warwick opening up quite a substantial lead now ahead of 91, Wolf Warnes. Warwick then in command, looking super composed, super cool. Started off in pole position. Leading flag to flag, we think, as the last lap board comes out from you, Mr. Starter this evening. Richard Kalita, Tim Warwick got 380 metres from that checkered flag. Wolf Warnes though in 92 is definitely closing, as is 52, Craig Ells. Well, that checkered flag's going to turn too swift for them. Tim Warwick taking it easy around turns 3 and 4, up towards the checkered flag. Tim Warwick's got it in 3:07. Wolf Warnes win the battle for second spot ahead of 52, Craig Howard. And then they come scorching over the line. 5:07 could well be there in 4th spot. That's a commentator's observation only. So then we're just getting the stragglers through. We've got reds on the circuit. We've got a problem. Over to you, Mr. Starter. Over to you, Mr. Starter. stock cars running then, and off we go. We're off and running. The BriSCA Formula 1 stock cars, Heat 1 here at Skegness Stadium this sunny, gorgeous Saturday evening. Part 1 of the Skegness United Kingdom Speed Weekend. And certainly then the heroics are coming from the back of the grid, with the red-grey drivers really beginning to sort things out. All the cars then beginning to use the bumper in some style. Biggest casualty number 1 is Peter Folding, the current world and European champion. He'll not be figuring in the finish of this one. He pulls off on the infield. That's a big disappointment of the Folding fans, but he's no longer with us in this one. .393 then, leading them back out in the early stages of this one. BriSCA Formula 1 stock cars, Heat 1, A-Class. 393, 221, 97, Murray Harrison, 327. The Blues is beginning to make them out there, and on the charge from the back of the rig, we've got 515, Junior Wayman. Just watch him go already into about 8th and 9th place, and going well. But here's your race leader coming scooting over the start and finishing line again. It's 393. Looking cool and composed down that back straightaway. 393 is Mike Smith from Hartlepool, and he's pulling well clear of 221.
Next time.
We're already at the halfway stage. Next time, Mr. Starter, halfway next time. Mike Smith then, your leader in 393. He's coming over the start and finish line this time. He's got the Union Jack. That denotes the halfway point of the race. 393, 221 and 97, Murray Harrison, 327 on the charge as well. And then we've got Junior Wayman in 515, making ground hand over fist in the 515 car. He's ahead of number 2, Peter Harrison. Still the red-grey drivers yet to make their mark, and they're all trying to catch 393, Mike Smith. He's your leader as they go right over the start and finishing line. 5 this time, Mr. Starter, 5 this time, 393, Mike Smith, he's getting really intermingled among the back markers, but he pulls clear, he passes 3 cars in one go off turn 4, down the home straightaway. That's enabled him to put 3 cars between him and his closest pursuer, who is 221 down that back straightaway. 221 is Steve Cooper then from Walsall in the West Midlands. 97, Murray Harrison is in 3rd spot, and Cooper nearly overcooked in there. That's allowed Murray Harrison to sweep through in the 2nd spot. It's all action this time. The 3-lap board comes out. It's still 393. Mike Smith in command, in complete control now. 97 is in 2nd spot, ahead of 221. And then we got 515, Junior Wayman. And these 4 then pulling clear. Looks as though they've got the race between them as the 2-lap board comes out. BriSCA Formula 1 stock cars, Heat 1. Still everything to play for, of course. Nothing is ever won till that checkered flag drops in BriSCA Formula 1 stock car racing. The last lap out then to 393, Mike Smith. He's well clear. Murray Harrison in 2nd spot and 221. Stephen Cooper and Junior Wayman then about to bump the bumper in on that last lap, no doubt into turns 3 and 4. No eyes on your race winner at the checker flag. It's 393. Who's going to come through in second is Murray Harrison, 97, 221. Stephen Cooper 3rd, 515. Junior Wayman in 4th spot. Keep him coming, Mr. Starter. Keep him coming. Reds, Mr. Starter, if you please. Reds on the circuit. BriSCA Formula 1 stock cars in Heat 2 for the A-Class. In fact, it's a B-Class. A's and B's heats. B-Class it is then. BriSCA. Oh, got quite a going in up there on turns 1 and 2. That certainly sorted some of the white graders out in a big way. 140C up there is coming through pretty smartly now to take over the lead as the back markers try to rejoin the race. Let's see how the race is settling down then. 140 it is, leading the pack in the early stages. And quickly building up a sizable lead as well is the 140 car. That's Addy Robinson, who is making his Skeggy debut. Oh, and he goes outside that parked car up there, and that's allowed 137 to get ever closer. 140 then, leading through. Andy Robinson from Stockport. Comparatively newcomer to BriSCA Formula 1 stock car racing. 137 and 96, so the first three then getting a bit closer to each other down that raceway. Glyn Duff in the 96 car, beginning to put the bumper in, and to some good effect as well, because he's come through, hurdling through in fact into second spot. 140 though, still your leader, Andy Robinson from 96, Glyn Duff. 140 just picking his way through the tight turns here at Skegness. 140, 96. Glyn Duff beginning to put pressure on the 140 car, and that pressure succeeds as Glyn Duff in 196 comes through. Glyn Duff it is in the 96. This is the battle up front then. Half next time, Mr. Starter, half and next time, and 96 then really puts the pedal to the floor down that back straightaway. He's increasing his lead somewhat. 78 moves through in the second spot, and that 78 car is a Richard Johnson, and he falls there to a car, swoops on the infield, tries to get back on the raceway. 91, Will Horns is the one that's come past him. Meanwhile, all that incident on 3 and 4 has left Glyn Duff in a nice position. As we're already into the second part of this one, cars coming off the circuit at all manner of times now. Certainly a big high casualty rate as the leader swoops through in a quite considerable lead from 212 and 91. 5 this time, Mr. Starter, 5 this time. That 5 lap board should have been out that time. It's Glyn Duff then, 96, pulling down that back straightaway. Certainly is pulling off turn 2 to maximum effect. 212, Frankie Wayman in second spot. So can the KG old-timer come through and snatch victory as we run right down into the lap boards as that checkered flag back comes. It's 96, 212, 91 and 78. That's the way it's looking on the circuit at the moment. Certainly Glyn Duff is now, surely will be coming under pressure from the 212 car. He passes another back marker. Once again he shows excellent power off turn 2 into 3 and 4. Not quite so quick there, and the 212 car is definitely catching. Now as we enter the latter stages of BriSCA Formula 1 stock cars B grade. This time the last lap board will be shown, just 10 metres between Glyn Duff 96 and 212 Frankie Wayman. We could have a crack-a-down finish in this one. Frankie Wayman 212 closing right up. I think we're going to see the bumper come into effect on turns 3 and 4. We're on the last lap, the checker flag backing in. What's Frankie Wayman going to do? Will Glyn Duff have enough in reserve? It looks as though it is. 96, Glyn Duff takes it from 212, Frankie Wayman. 91 moves through into third spot. That's Will Thorne. Keep the cars coming, Mr. Starter. Keep the cars coming. Okay, Mr. Starter, red's on the circuit. Stock cars, Heat 2, A-Class, and this looks as though it could be a little bit lively. So then, all the cars circulating around the opening lap. 25 then leading them out. Terry Foster it is leading the fray in the early stages. First up, Luca, 97 Murray Harrison through into 4th spot. 26 Frankie Wayman 212 Frankie Wayman And Murray Harrison really putting the bumper in there on turns 1 and 2. He's already through, forcing his way through in the second spot. 2-2-1. Steve Cooper then, he's the one doing the damage. Immediately behind the 97 car. And still towards the back of the grid, we've got the likes of Peter Faulding, number 1, the world and European champion. And bringing up the rear 3 is 7-8, Wayne Handley. So then we've got a change up front now, off at turn 2 down that back straightaway. It's 97. Murray Harrison from 25, Terry Foster. In third spot we've got 464. 464 then moving fluently through into second spot. And that's Jamie Davison from Altrincham, winner of the final here at the last meeting, so he's certainly looking good. 464, Jamie Davison. He's trying to pull back the race leader, and that race leader. Half next time, it's not a half next time. Your race leader is 97, 464, 202. Is Richard Mason through into third spot. Terry Foster is 4. 5 on 5, Junior Wayman is 5th. Union Jack flag then comes out. That signals the halfway point in the BriSCA 401 stock cars A class. Murray Harrison 97, Jamie Davison 464, 202, Richard Mason 5 on 5, Junior Wayman. That's your 1, 2, 3, 4 on the circuit as we go right through into the second part. BriSCA 401 stock cars A class. We come through then. The lead car is still Murray Harrison. 5 this time, Mr. Starter. 5 this time. Your race leader is 97, 464, 5 on 5 and 202. 53, John Lund beginning to make his lap in 5th or 6th place. He's now ahead of 25, Terry Foster. Number 2, Paul Harrison pulls off onto the infield. Here's your leader then coming through. It's 97, Murray Harrison. Junior Wayman comes through, swoops through on the inside of Jamie Davison, picks up the thread in second spot. But still, Murray Harrison's got it, 97 from Junior Wayman, 5 on 5, 464. Here's Jamie Davison, these three pulling clear of 203. Richard Mason, 53, John Lund in 5th. So then can Murray Harrison hang on to this lead? Just 2 laps from now to the checkered flag. The 97 car going sweetly down the back straight. Looks as though he's got this one sewn up now. Murray Harrison, a very popular winner indeed, 5 on 5. Junior Wayman still looking for close that gap down. Jamie Davison in third spot at a respectable distance. He's ahead of Richard Mason in 202. No time for Junior Wayman to make any impact on this. Here's Murray Harrison, 97 takes the checker flag from 515, 464, 202 and 53. Kim going, Mr. Starter, Kim going. Reds, Mr. Starter, Reds please. BriSCA 401 stock cars, B3 then, B class. Quite a little schmozzle up there. Jim Conlon again, number 400, not having the very best of luck at Skegness in this UK Speedweekend, part 1. So once again it's 307, Tim Warwick, winner of Heat 1, trying to complete that double. He's coming out the early place, 307 from number 9, Keith Neville, 140 looking pretty nifty around the circuit in the early stages. 140 then, Andy Robinson in third spot, 141, Paul Corker in 4th. Here we get then coming out the pack as Paul Corker does all kinds of funny things down the home straight. That's letting the lights. And Phil Wheelton, number 6 and 235. Race on wave yellows, race on wave yellows. Keep 'em rolling, Mr. Starter, keep 'em rolling. Keep 'em going. Away we go then, BriSCA Formula 1 stock cars, B-Class, B3. And 140 there, that's Andy Robinson really deposited in that safety barrier in no uncertain terms indeed, and that's a long way to get the field decimated in the very early stages. .307 then, Tim Warwick, as he was in Heat 1, leading the pack, led from flag to flag in Heat 1, and trying to complete that double. 507 moves in to 507 is in second spot. Neil Smith, and then 9, 350 Phil Wheelton in 6. 14 beginning to make some sort of impact as well. That's Roger Bromley. Interesting to see how he goes. Glinduff, winner of Heat 2, he's in the top half a dozen as well. And then the cars are virtually still in their own grade. Oh, and also half a dozen cars are really in trouble on the exit to turn, the exit from turn 2 down that back straightaway, and Glinduff, one of the ones who really come to grief there. 4 cars adrift down the home straight. Meanwhile, we're looking back to the start finishing line. That race leader is 307, Tim Warwick. And he's now some way ahead of 507 in car number 9. Number 9 then, Keith Neville it is in third spot, 507 in second. They're all chasing this race leader, 307, Tim Warwick. Field decimated, we've got half next time. Once again, Jim Conlon in trouble on the pit turn. Spotted him 2 or 3 times this evening, not encountering the best of days around the Skegness circuit. But your race leader is beginning to put cars between himself and his closest pursuers. It's 307, 9 and 507. Here's your leader then, over the start-finish line. Who's going to be second this time? It's 9, Keith Neville. He's ahead of 507. Neil Smith, he's there in the third spot. And 78 moves through into fourth, but some way adrift ahead of 52, Craig Howard. We're running right through in the latter stage of this one. 5 this time, Mr. Starter, 5 this time. Race leader is still 307, 400. Jim Conlon is not there, he's a lap down. He's putting pressure, Jim Conlon putting pressure on the race leader, which is still 307 ahead of 9 and 507. 9 gets taken out there by that marker on turn 2, so that's put everything all afresh, and it's still 307 from 507. It's 307 to 507. Neil Smith in second spot. 307 is Tim Warwick. So then these two leaders not so far in front now, 78 of 52. 78 is Richard Johnson of 52, Craig Howarth there pursuing these leaders down. First, second, third and fourth, the second car gone then. Neil Smith just spins out with no help from everyone on turn 2. And that's left Tim Warwick still going towards that checkered flag, 20 metres ahead of Richard Johnson. It's all beginning to happen. 52, 307, 78, 52. It's still Tim Warwick though as the last lap more begins to come out. 307, 78 and 52 locked together. And it's all changed up from there because 78, Richard Johnson's come through. Craig Elf, 52, follows him through. Is the bumper comes in. 3 lots of bumpers come in. Who's going to line up for the checkered flag? It's 52, Craig Howarth, he takes the checkered flag, quite dramatic style there, unlucky on Tim Warwick. 37 led all the way around the race, and still the bumpers coming in, the action coming thick and fast on turns 3 and 4. And we still need them, Mr. Starr, still need these cars. So then, plenty of action all the way. Reds on the circuit, Mr. Starter. Quite eventful and hectic, entertaining. BriSCA Formula 2 stock car. B-Class Heat 3. Drop that green flag and let's get away and running. And in fact, we've got that early green. So we're off and running in this BriSCA Formula 1 Grand Final A-Class as part one of the Skegness UK Championship Speed Weekend here on the East Coast. Certainly the cars then going on at a pace in this one. The Skegness floodlights coming into play always makes it more atmospheric. Of course, makes the racing look that much quicker. Cars then flying around the circuit. Your leader is 393. He's your race leader in the very early stages. 393 is Mike Smith from Hartlepool. Already been in winning vein here at Skegness earlier on in the evening, taking a heat, and it's still 393. And what a lead he's pulling out as well from 38 and 25. Certainly these three yellow-grey drivers are not messing about too much. Oh, Murray Harrison gets shunted there high, what an answer on turn 3, and that's really opened things up. It was Steve Cooper in 221 that did the damage. Murray Harrison trying to get back at him. Cooper from the blue, leading the blue-grey. Well, this leader is 393, Mike Smith, and what a substantial lead he's got. He's ahead of 38 and 25. 221, Stephen Cooper, and 97, Murray Harrison. Cooper moves through into third spot on the inside, down that back straightaway. He's opened up the gap. I expect Murray Harrison to follow him through, as indeed he does. Oh, and 129, they really class aboard in some style. That's Steve Lewin. They're really clattered that safety fence just short of the start and finishing line. One or two reds as well on the infield. We're keeping an eye on that situation. Race on wave yellows, race on wave yellows, race on wave yellows. Hey. So, yet another nasty looking accident and incident has been avoided. We're looking for the green flag and away we go. We've got it straight away. 393 then Mike Smith. Steve Cooper 221 in second spot, so Mike Smith had that lead dwindled away now what he has built up in this BriSCA Formula 1 stock cars. Half this time, Mr. Starter, half of this time. Murray Harrison moves through into third, but the bumper's coming in thick and fast as Junior Wayman 515 begins to make his mark. He's pulled through into fourth spot. So it's Mike Smith down that back straightaway. He's pulling out hand over fist over 221. Stephen Cooper, then Murray Harrison fending off. One chance from Junior Wayman, but not the second one. 515 moves through into third. And now Murray Harrison coming under threat from John London, succumbs to that attack as well. In race order now, Mr. Starter, in race order. So it looks as though we're going to have an absolute crackerjack finishing this one. Mike Smith defying everything. Established that long lead before the race stoppage, and he's building one up again. 393 from the 221, 515, 53. 97, that's your leading five on the circuit. Cars then in race order. We got the lead cars through, and it's 5 this time, Mr. Starter, 5 this time. The only change comes in second spot as Junior Wayman, 515, comes scorching through down that back straightaway into second spot, and he's chasing the leader then. Mike Smith now, but Mike Smith still with a 40 metre or so advantage, pulling along that back straightaway with a clear, virtually clear track ahead of him. It's going to take a monumental effort from Junior Wayman to reel him in. Mike Smith then from Hartlepool's dominating this race from a long, long way out. Even the race suspension is not denied in this advantage. We're looking at the 3-lap board this time, and Mike Smith is still clean onto that lead. Junior Wayman is in second, 5 on 5. Stephen Cooper coming under attack after attack from 53. John Lund, the sparks fly from the 53 car. He made a complete hash at turn 3. Meanwhile, he's still there in 4th spot, chasing that leader, and that leader is 393. Mike Smith, the last lap board, and out this time for the 393 car. Absolutely flying. Can Junior Wayman mount a challenge around the last half a lap of those? 393. All jet clear, just keeping that metres ahead. It's checkered flag time then. Mike Smith takes it in 393. Junior Wayman in second spot. Stephen Cooper 221 at 53. John Lund 97. Murray Harrison at 250. Keith Chambers. Peter Fowling comes across that line there, virtually broadside. We've got the Reds on the circuit. Reds on the circuit. We've got a lift-off then. 27 cars on the raceway. BriSCA Formula 1 B-Class Grand Final as the first part of this Skegness Stadium, United Kingdom Speed Weekend. Well, certainly action coming fast and furious, thick and fast, really right through the opening exchanges. In this one, 99 then peeling right across the centre green there after that clash with 96 Glindaff. But he comes back onto the circuit. He really is going to be well rising. We're looking for the race leader there, well clear and charging down that back straightaway. We're going to pick him up 140 then. In second spot, here's your race leader. 137 then. Leading through from 140. 140 is Andy Robinson, 137 is Andy Jacklin. He's your current leader, Andy Jacklin in 137. Oh, and cars all over the circuit down there on turn 2 then. That's really opened this race up. Race on wave yellows, race on wave yellows. Race then on wave yellows. Certainly half a dozen cars involved in that spine chilling action on turn 2. When the dust settles, we'll keep you informed of exactly what happened, who's going where and why for. '27 cars started out the road to the checkered flag. Just looking around the circuit, it looks as though we've lost about 8, probably 9, so not too many left room. The field decimated. Let's see what awaits us then at the conclusion. BriSCA Formula 1 Grand Final B-Class. Oh, the cars are really beginning to spin themselves around turns 3 and 4 as well. 91, Will Ford, he gets hooked up with Phil Wheaton there. 6 and 91. 91, he's the quickest to react, having got rid of Phil Wheaton. He then picks up a tyre and goes screaming towards the safety fence. 140 now has taken over the race lead, so we're looking for 140 to strike the front. He's your race leader, Andy Robinson. 137 still there in second spot. Here's your lead cars coming through the start-finish point again. There will be 307 there in third spot, so the 3 leaders are pulling clear. We'll pick one of the red chains. There's your leader, 140, 137, 307, Tim Warwick in third spot. Behind Tim Warwick, 307 in fourth, we've got 52, that's Craig Howarth. So Craig Howarth in the 52 car, really on the charge. It'll be interesting to see the lead car streaming through. We've got half this time, this is not a halfway this time. Still plenty of action to come in this BriSCA Formula 1 Grand Final B class. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4 cars. Really impeding was 307 Tim Warwick, who was in third. Could be all changed as well, because Craig Helworth then comes scorching through as Tim Warwick for one gets in all kinds of a schmozzle up there. So action coming fast and furious right around the circuit. Still 140 leading from 52. Here's your lead car over the start and finish line. This is your leader, Andy Robinson, 140, and he's pulling well clear now, 52. Craig Helworth, he goes through into second spot. And yet more action, this time from 236, so even for the minor places, we're getting one hell of a race in this BriSCA Formula 1 Grand Final B-Class race. Action, as we say, right around the circuit, but still no one can pull back. 140, Andy Robinson. Look at the lead he's established over 52. Craig Helworth, and it looks as well, it could well be a race. Winning lead, 5 next time, Mr. Starter, 5 next time. As you say, we're running right through to the 5 this time and taking the 5 laps. It is 140, Andy Robinson. He's Craig Helworth picking him up. 52, he's got 40 or 50 metres still to pull back as we enter the last 5 laps of this absolutely cracking BriSCA Formula 1 B-Class Grand Final. Andy Robinson still set himself around. Craig Helworth then looking to complete a heat and final double in second spot. 2:36 and 14, that's the way it's looking in the places behind him, but it's all about one driver at the moment. 140, Andy Robinson at 52 is beginning to close, so could we yet see a crackerjack finish just as we did in E3? Get all in, John. Oh, and yet another clattering comes on to 3, and the leader then is now about to be attacked by the 52 car. It's 140, 52. The two leaders opposite you now, Mr. Starter. Welcome to work the way through the back markers. The last lap board coming out this time. When will the attack come from the 52 car? He's got the one, Andy Robinson, right in his sights. Andy Robinson still fending the 52 car off, neck and neck down that back straightaway. 52 out racing, comes through on the inside. And it's Craig Helworth, and he's going to take the checker flag. 52, Craig Helworth gets it from Andy Robinson, 140. Well, what an absolutely breathtaking race we've got in that one. BriSCA Formula 1 Grand Final B-Class. Keep him coming, Mr. Starter, keep him coming, we really need him. It's one of the handicaps you have to play when we get a good and entertaining race like that. Red's on the circuit, Red's on the circuit. And then Craig making winning look comparatively easy here at Skegness. If you wonder what the cameraman's doing there from Yorkshire Television, so if you live in that part of the world, don't forget to watch Calendar on Monday night to see some scintillating stock car action under the Skegness floodlights. BriSCA Formula 1 stock cars Heat 1 for the B class. .52 Craig Helworth, who just pipped 212 Frankie Wayman in that crackerjack finish. Well, let's see what this Sunday afternoon holds. The green comes down then simultaneously with cars, and already Helworth and Frankie Wayman are in trouble towards the back of the grid, but they was hooked up and now they're away and running. Rejoin the race. 4 cars disposed in the fence on turn 2. So quickly then, this B-grade BriSCA Formula 1 stock car Heat 1 has been sadly depleted. With cars going out the circuit with tremendous regularity. And it just remains to be seen then whether the cars out of contention early on can get back into contention as the race progresses. 5:07 then. Neil Smith comes through race control in front. Out of 99. That's the way it's looking. Neil Smith leading out 99 in the early stages of this one. 99 is Graham Bird, who made his Skegness debut last night, so he's quickly getting to grips with the seaside circuit. Neil Smith, 5:07 from 99. Looking right back the field to pick up the third place as Neil Smith goes through. Not so far ahead of the 99 car then now. 91 moves through, that's Wolf Warnes into third spot, so a numbers check. It's 5:07 and 99 and 91. A change up front. Graham Bird in 99 comes through on the inside racing line, past that start and finishing point around turns 1 and 2, opening up for what looks to be a pretty impressive and useful looking lead at this early stage in BriSCA Formula 1 stock car B-Class Heat 1. It's 99, Graham Bird ahead of 5:07. Neil Smith. We're still waiting for Will Warnes in third. Halfway this time, Mr. Starter, halfway this time. Graham Bird then from Burton-on-Trent. Setting sail for the checkered flag as we begin the second half. This BriSCA Formula 1 stock car Heat 1 B-Class race. Craig Alth up in the fourth spot and he's ahead of Frankie Wayman. So 5:07 Neil Smith second. 91 then, Wolf Warnes goes through into third spot ahead of 52, Craig Alf. That's your 1, 2, 3, 4, Mr. Kelly. You got him, 99, Graham Bird. Neil Smith in second spot. This is the battle for third and fourth. Coming off turn 4. In fifth place is 2-1-2, Frankie Wayman. It's 5 this time, Mr. Starter, 5 this time. Graham Bird then taking up the cudgels of this opening race of this Skegness UK Speedweekend Part 2. Another car spinning out, Will Warnes, who was in third spot, coming to grief on turn 4, so he's dropping right down the lap charts as 99. Still Forges clear. Neil Smith getting dropped off the pace now with a couple of back markers between him and your race leader, 99. 52, Craig Howarth moves through into third spot. He's ahead of 2-1-2, Frankie Wayman. Graham Bird then powering his way down the back straight, once more into turns 3 and 4. Looks to be a healthy looking lead now that the 99 car is picking up ahead of 5:07 Neil Smith. Craig Howarth in third spot is 52. He's now well adrift, as is 2-1-2 Frankie Wayman. The last lap board then out this time for Graham Bird. 99 comes through the start and finish point. Less than 380 metres to go now. From himself and victory in this opening BriSCA Formula 1 stock car B-Class Heat 1 race. Graham Bird just circling off at turn 4. It's checkered flag time. 99, Graham Bird takes the honours in the opening race. Neil Smith, 5:07, comes through in second. And then we have 2-1-2. We still need him, Mr. Starr. Still need him. Tim coming. All the cars out safely negotiate the opening couple of bends, and away we go. We're running BriSCA Formula 1 stock cars, A-Class Heat 1. 393 then, that man, Mike Smith, hits the front again, full of confidence, full of verve, and really flying around the Skegness circuit on this super sunny Sunday afternoon, day 2 of the UK Championship Speed Weekend. Mike Smith leading there, 25 in second spot is Terry Foster. They're clear of 38. Jason Holden at 464 beginning to make some sort of impact. Jamie Davidson, the 464 car up there into fourth spot already. 3:45 in fifth is Gary Coyle. Then we got 21, Matt Gilbert, the first of the Reds. Is 2, Paul Harrison. As yet, the likes of Lund, Kelly and Folding not making any impression at all. They still trail this grid. The first appearance of the BriSCA Formula One's at A-Class. And Mike Smith then extending that lead even more. Quite a substantial and healthy looking lead in the early stages of this first appearance from the A-Class BriSCA Formula One stock cars. Half this time, Mr. Starter, halfway this time. The Union Jack lane comes out to Mike Smith in 393. He goes whizzing past the start-finishing control, not making any kind of errors. No blemishes at all in his driving over the weekend. Jamie Davison moving through into third spot in 464. In second spot, though, it's still 25, Terry Foster. He's then in front of Davison. 38, Jason Holden, and 3:45 is Gary Coyle. In sixth spot, 515, Junior Wayman, then 2, Paul Harrison, 53, John Lund, 172, Stevie Hodson, 202, Richard Mason. The back markers still continue to come through. 5 this time, Mr. Starter, 5 this time for your leader. He comes through, 393. Still there, what a lead now, he's pulling out as well. Terry Foster still clinging on to second spot. Head of 464, Jamie Davidson. 515, Junior Wayman in fourth. John Lund, 53, fifth. Paul Harrison coming under threat from 172, Stevie Hobson, and his fact is passed. The only change on the lap charts this time is Jamie Davidson moves through into second spot. They're all chasing down this leader, 393. From Hartlepool in County Durham. Mike Smith it is, 393. Jamie Davison now through into second. Junior Wayman, 515, moves swiftly and surely through into third. But surely no one can catch this leader as the 2 lap to go board comes out. He's already up and beginning to catch the back markers, and it's Mike Smith in 393. Just look at the move lead he's got as Junior Wayman moves through into second spot ahead of Jamie Davison. John Lund, 53, is now in fourth. Well, nobody can stop this flying machine from the northeast. It's 393. Mike Smith takes the checkered flag. BriSCA Formula One stock cars Class A. Junior Wayman, 505 in second spot of 53. John Lund just up probably pits 464. Reds, Mr. Starter, Reds if you please. On that victory lap of honour, 393, Mike Smith. The affair with 27 cars out on the raceway. Quite a healthy looking number of whites and yellows in 3 grade, of course. They need all the encouragement that they can lead. One of the early casualties is 258, Rob Harold, in that New Zealand look-alike replica. So plenty of action, plenty of excitement. It all seems to be developing down there on turns 1 and 2. It all seems to be surrounding the 258 car. Another crunch down that back straight. Involved is 141 Paul Corker and 96 Belinda. Meanwhile, we'll pick up the leader. It's 307 then. It's just as he was last night in race winning position. That's Tim Warwick. Tim Warwick it is, leading from 159. That's John Satch in the 159 car. 507 in third spot, which is Neil Smith. And Neil Smith lifting the tyres along that back straightaway as we leads 280. So we're going to get a numbers check as Tim Warwick, 307, leads through from 159 at 507. That's your first 3 on the lap charts, and these 3 are pulling clear of 410. Leader then, Tim Warwick through, John Sack in second spot in 159. Oh, spinning and rocking about the circuit. Oh, 99 then the winner, that's Graham Bird. He really clouted the fence there pretty hectically just short of the starter's rostrum. We're looking at halfway next time, Mr. Star, of this very eventful and hectic BriSCA Formula 1 stock cars at B class. Graham Bird backs off the raceway and out of the way, so we're rip-roaring and continuing the action. It's still Tim Warwick in 307, hanging on to this lead from 159. John Sachs at 507, Neil Smith. These three then are well clear of the pack. It's 307, 159, 507, Mr. Star. Just concentrate on these three for the time being. 212 up into fourth spot, that's Frankie Wayman. So you can see the gap that's developing between the first three and four. 212, Frankie Wayman. 307 through in front of 159 and 507. 5 this time, Mr. Starter, 5 this time. It's still Tim Warwick leading the pack. That pack is closing. 159. He's now right on the 307 bumper, and not too far adrift. He's 507. Neil Smith. Frankie Wayman, 212 is in fourth spot. Well, way out of contention at this moment in time. Tim Warwick then just glides past that stricken car on turn 4. He's still holding him, and not for much longer. It looks as though he's punted, so it's unlucky on the 307 car. That's 159, John Sack. The head of affairs, he's head of 507. Neil Smith. And in third, 212. Then 91, Wilf Warren's in fourth. So the car's now scattered right around the circuit as John Sachs takes the lapboard there from Mr. Starter, Richard Kalita, and begins to open up from 507, Neil Smith, who's in turn is well clear of 212, Frankie Wayman. We're coming to the latter stage of this BriSCA Formula 1 stock car Heat 2 B class. John Sachs already through on that last lap in the 159 car. He's halfway down that back straightaway. Neil Smith, 507, can't do anything about it. And even less is coming from the third spot, 212. Off the final turn then, John Sachs takes the checker flag, 159 from 507. Neil Smith, Frankie Wayman, 212 in third spot. Keep him going through, Mr. Starter, keep him going through. Okay, Mr. Starter, okay. BriSCA Formula 1 stock cars Heat 2 then for the A class here at sunny Skegness, this United Kingdom Championship Speedweekend Day 2. All the cars going through the opening exchange is okay, and that man at 393 is at the front again, Mike Smith. He's at a 464, Jamie Davidson. 25, Terry Foster, 21, Mark Gilbang. That's you 1, 2, 3, 4. First of the red grey drivers moving through into fourth spot is 2, Paul Harrison. He's immediately put under threat by 38. Walter Melvale was 202, moves through into fifth spot, which is Richard Mason. He's ahead then of Keith Chambers in 250, 515, Junior Wayman, 172, Stevie Upton, 73, Rob Cowley, 1, Peter Paulding. But already then this flying yellow-grey driver from up north, the northeast, Harleywood's 393, Mike Smith, absolutely powering his way around the Skegness circuit. Jamie Davison, another one from that part of the world, at 464, closing him down in second spot, but still a long, long way adrift. 21, Mark Gilbank in first spot. Good scrap going on for fourth and fifth between Richard Mason, Paul Harrison and Junior Wayman, 515. 515 Junior Mason tries to move him out. And indeed he does in fourth. Halfway this time, Mr. Starter, halfway this time. The Union Jack comes out then. Once more it's the flying Mike Smith in the 393 car. 464 Jamie Davidson at 21 Mark Gilbank. Then we've got 515 Junior Wayman. First of the Reds and pulling clear of the pack in fourth spot and closing right down on the Gilbank car in third spot. Well, this leader's already flown through the starter finishing protocol. That's something like 100 metres lead now as he already begins to catch the back markers and the strugglers up. But they're not making any impression on him at all. As we come to the 5 this time, this starter, we're running right down to the checker flag. Well inside the second half of this one, just 5 to go from your starter, Richard Galita. 393 setting sail for the checkered flag as well. Jason Holden pulls off on the infield. Nobody and no one at all can make any impression on the 393 car. We're soon going to have a good scrap for second spot. Jamie Davidson still leading Junior Wayman 515. So all the action of the race, certainly for the minor places, because it's race leader. It looks as though he's got things stitched up as the 3-lap board comes out. Junior Wayman 515 finally overtakes 464 Jamie Davidson. Stevie Hodgson moves through into fourth spot, having passed 21 Mark Gilbank, who in turn is clear of 2. Paul Harrison at 202, Richard Mason 250, Keith Chambers, and 1 Peter Foley. And all eyes on your race leader yet again as the last lap board comes out this time. 300 metres to go around the sunbaked, scorched Skegness Stadium. Day 2 of this UK Speed Weekend. Surely nothing can stop yet another victory. And surely he's going to collect. And collect he does. Checker flag time, 393, Mike Smith. In second spot is Junior Wayman, 515. Stevie Hudson comes through to take third ahead of 464, Jamie Davidson. Reds, Mr. Starter, Reds please on the circuit. 20 cars out on the circuit this time. And if the third heat is as exciting as the opening 2, we're in for a real cracker. And the action begins and the dust begins to fly almost immediately as the green flag goes down there. One of the early casualties is Steve Mills there in 390. He's soon off onto the infield. 413, another one limping away there, taking no part in this race. That's Matt Bennett. Oh, the car's really flying. The dust, oh, this is the dust going to be so. It's 137 at 307 there on turn 1, really making the dust fly. So it's a sort of charge that is not done either driver any good, but he's added to the afternoon's entertainment in a big way, and that's left 140 at the head of affairs. That's Andy Robinson in the 140 car. Been prominent in a couple of races today, 377, and once more we got some big damage coming. This time it's on turns 3 and 4. A couple of cars a lot together, they unscramble themselves, and it doesn't look as though they're going to be rejoining. No sooner do we say that, we do get a change from 353 deciding to come through. So cars strewn all around the circuit now as the carnage becomes even heavier in these BriSCA Formula 1 stock cars Heat 3. 140, Andy Robinson, your race leader from 377. And 96 Glyn Duff. So this is the lead 3 cars, Mr. Sala, coming towards the start and finish area now. Halfway next time, halfway next time. Andy Robinson doing all kinds of funny things, and that's enabled 377 to sneak through. Michael Storer then in 377 takes up the lead runs now as the dust begins to fly. This time it's on turns 3 and 4, so we got heavy action right around the circuit. Phil Wilton then in hooked up there with 275. Michael Storer 377 leading Glenduff in 96 and 140. A tyre loose there on turns 1 and 2. That pulls off onto the centre green. Very polite and kind of it. Oh, the leading 2. So all change up front, and he's 5 next time. It's the start of 5 next time as Andy Robinson regains the lead. 140 ahead of 96. Glenduff putting the bumper in on the 140 car. Doesn't do himself any favours at all. Comes off the racing line, but nips back on the inside. So that was probably a clever piece of work. And right on their tails is 52, Craig Howarth. Glenduff swerving about down that back straightaway. 140 and 52 doing likewise. So this race opened up once again. The first 3 cars, Mr. Carter, now coming towards you. Andy Robinson pulls off. He doesn't look as though he's circling very quickly now either, and it's 52 left to chase the 96 car of Glenduff. It's 96.52, 140 and 117. That's the lead 4 cars. Rob Scriven in the 4 car. Robbie 378 there in 5th, but at this moment in time, that's a commentator's observation only. Glenduff then. Coming through, Glenduff racing clear of the 52 car now. Craig Howarth trying to get close enough to mount a challenge. 140 in 3rd. He's being attacked by 378. It looks as though the last lap board's about to come out. Glenduff pulling clear as momentarily Craig Howarth got locked up there with a back marker on turns 3 and 4. Glenduff it is flying down that back straight now. It looks as though he's got this race well sewn up as he comes through to take the checker flag and collect another victory at Skegness. 52. Craig Howarth was in 2nd. That's the way the race unfolded then in the BriSCA Formula 1 stock cars. Reds, Mr. Starter. Heat 3 for the B class there, coming to a halt. BriSCA Formula 1 then, United Kingdom Championship for the B class gets underway with the drop of the green flag. Just looking around the circuit, all cars being speared there, particularly on turns 3 and 4. And that's left Neil Smith, 507, fronting this race. We've lost car number 14, that's Roger Bromley. As the dust begins to fly then around the circuit now on this sun-drenched Skegness. 159 leading the fray. John Saish from 140 is Andy Robinson. 507 Neil Smith. See what's going on behind him. 212 Frankie Wayman not enjoying the best of experiences. And Craig Howarth there stopped in his tracks. Car number 52 behind the 91 car of Will Ward. So plenty of action, full-blooded action in this BriSCA Formula 1 B class. The 1994 United Kingdom champions up for grabs here at Skegness this afternoon. Cars circling at a rapid rate of knots. We're certainly getting some tremendous Formula 1 stock car action here at Skegness. It's still 159 then, John Sage from 140. The car's still hurtling breakneck speeds around the circuit. There's the leader just gone through the start and finishing point. 140 Andy Robinson right on the tail of the 159 car. In 3rd spot we've got 307, that's Tim Warwick. So the field right spread around the circuit now. The leader there though, John Saish from Daventry, but Andy Robinson beginning to pull up. The 3rd place car there, that goes, that's 507 Neil Smith, so he's dropping away there. Another car, 353, Sprague Eagle in his field as he gets prostrate across the start and finishing line, just exiting turn 4, but he's gone out onto the infield, so we're off and running once more, full-blooded, full throttle action all the way. John Sayce it is in 1:59, your race leader. Still John Sayce leading, 3:07 in second spot. Half next time, Mr. Starter, half next time. We're looking for 1:59, John Sayce. He's gone and hurtling round the circuit already. 3:07 now then. And no sooner do we say that than we've got another one disappearing up there into the cloud of dust and onto the safety barrier. So it's going to be all changed once more as they come around the start and finishing line. This time through 1:37 then. Andy Jackson from 2:36 and 6. That's your 1, 2, 3. The leader opposite you, Mr. Starr, 1:37, 2:36 and 6. They're following each other through. Andy Jackson then leading 2:36. 2:36, Mick Ives then in second spot and 6. Phil Wilton is third. It's 1:37, 2:36 and 6. It's BriSCA Formula 1 B-Class United Kingdom Championship, living up and exceeding all expectations. Annie Jacklin then still leading. Mick Ives fighting that car there down that back straightaway. Still clinging on precociously to second spot of 6. Phil Wheaton comes through into third. 5 next time, Mr. Starter, 5 next time. So Andy Jacklin pulling a little bit further clear of 2:36, Mick Ives and 6. Phil Wheeler still trying to get there on the leaderboard. Glyn Duff, 96 in 4th spot. And they're followed through by 1:17, that's Rob Scriven in 5th. So the action has not relented right from the drop of the green flag as this leader continues to pile on the pressure. Andy Jacklin it is, 1:37. Mick Ives, 2:36 in that second berth. They've got 2 back markers between the first and second car. 6, Phil Wilton, still in third. In 4th, it's 96, Glyn Duff, and 1:17, Rob Scriven. That's your leading 5, Mr. Stars. The 3-lap board gets poked out in front of the noses, so it's going to be dramatic from start to finish. These B-grade Formula 1 stock cars have served up tremendous entertainment. That's continued in this United Kingdom Championship Grand Final, and another car's got a spearheading across the centre green there. But Andy Jacklin it is, making every poster winning one at this moment in time as the last lap ball comes out. Andy Jacklin takes it in 1:37. 2:36, Mick Ives really putting the bumper in on the 99 car in a big way there. Glyn Duff moves through into 3rd spot. It's all about the checkered flag time because the United Kingdom champion is going to be Andy Jacklin in 1:37. He's took the title with what amounted to a quite clear-cut victory at the end of the day from Mick Ives, 2:36 and 96, Glyn Duff. 52, Craig Helworth moves through into 4th, head of 1:11, Rob Scriven. Keep them coming, Mr. Starter, keep them coming. Okay, Mr. Starter, okay, Mr. Starter. Grand final then. And 3:45 getting pushed high, wide and handsome already up there. That's Gary Coyle, and certainly we're getting some action at last then from the A-class drivers. Let's see if they can keep this momentum up right until the checkered flag, but it's that man flying again up front, 393, Mike Smith. He's the one they've got to reel in. 221, Steve Cooper. 21 is Mark Gilbank. 464, Jamie Davison. 172, bursting through, Stevie Hodgson in 5th place, and 250. So then the Reds are coming through forcibly in this one. Let's just see how they can manage to catch this flying leader. Oh, and Paul Harrison going high, wide and handsome on turn 1. That's not done his chances of victory any good either. It's still Mike Smith then, 393. 393 then, carving quite a reputation for himself at Skegness in this UK Speed Weekend. He's pulling out all the stops to keep ahead of 221, Stephen Cooper. Mark Gilbert, 21. Being shoved about all over by 172, Stephen Hodgson, who moves through into third spot. They're being followed by Keith Jameson, the flying Junior Wayman, 515. If anything then, this lead is being extended once more by Mike Smith. From 222, Steve Cooper, 172 is Stevie Hodgson. 515, Junior Wayman beginning to prowl, beginning to make up ground, hand over fist in fourth spot. No one asking for or giving any quarter in this BriSCA Formula 1 1994 UK Championship. Half this time, Mr. Starter, half this time. So Mike Smith then looks as though he's going to reap, or could well reap, rich dividends once more in this UK Championship. The driver from the north-east of England, not renowned as a hotbed of BriSCA Formula 1 racing. Oh, the leader's gone, Mark Smith's gone then in that attack from the back mark, and that's opened up the race completely. Jason Holden, it was that opened this race up in a big way. Here's 221. Leading the pack from 172, 221. He's still here, he gives way under the clash from 172. Stephen Hodgson at 515, Junior Wayman. Stephen Cooper, 221 now back in third spot. Stevie Hodgson, the bumper goes in from Junior Wayman, 515, and it's his turn to take over the lead now. 515, 172 and 222. And once more, this time it's Jason Holden then who's setting this race alight. He'd taken out the leader, then he takes out the third place car, so he's looks as though there could be some retribution. 5 this time, Mr. Starter, 5 this time. It's Junior Wayman then in 515, comes off turn 4. Hurtling down the home straight away, the back markers burst immediately between, and this could be the chance that Steve Hodgson's been waiting for. It'll be interesting to see what Mike Smith can do, that long-time leader. But it's still Junior Wayman then pulling clear of the pack now. As 172 comes under pressure from 53, John Lund. For that second and third place, but 515 absolutely speeding around the circuit now. Junior Wayman. This time it'll be the 2 laps to go board out for 515 Junior Wayman. 172 Stevie Hodgson at 53 John Lund. .515 just got a clear track ahead of him now as the last lap board comes out. Surely Junior Wayman not going to make any mistakes from here. Stevie Hodgson still there in second spot ahead of 53 John Lund. All the rest are nowhere, so we're looking for the checker flag. It's Junior Wayman going to take it. He's the United Kingdom champion. BriSCA Formula 1's 172 Stevie Hodgson, second at 53 John Lund in third spot. That, of course, commentators' observation only. We're awaiting the full and official result. Reds on the circuit, reds on the circuit. BriSCA Formula 1 stock cars, Grand National and 10-lap dash. So then, not surprising to see 140 Andy Robinson at the head of affairs from 221 Steve Cooper. First of the red grey drivers is number 2, Paul Harrison. He's moved through into third place quite niffily too. 53 John Lund on the charge as well. It's still Andy Robinson there. leading the frame through, but he's now overtaken by 222, Stephen Cooper, and not too far adrift is 2, Paul Harrison, 53, John Lund on the charge from the back as well. Drivers, of course, knowing it's just a 10-lap dash, they've got to put everything into this race right from the drop of the green flag, because that checkered flag will be looming up pretty quick. As it stands, it's 221, Stephen Cooper leading everything in the race. His closest pursuer is 2, Paul Harrison, 52, Craig Hareworth pulls off onto the infield. Halfway this time, Mr. Starter, just testing your reaction, halfway this time. 221, Stephen Cooper ahead of 2, Paul Harrison, 53, John Lund. They pulled well clear then of 140, Andy Robinson, and 250, Keith Chambers, 73, Rob Kelly. Not too much action as yet, but these 3 cars plenty close enough to provide an explosive finish. 3 this time, Mr. Starter, 3 this time. 221, Stephen Cooper still leading him out from 2, Paul Harrison, 53, beginning to put the bumper in. Good to see John Lund. We haven't seen too much of that from the A-graders throughout. John Lund then moves through in the second spot, still chasing down the 221 car of Stephen Cooper. Everything to play for then, as this time it's the last lap in this 10-lap dash, the Grand National BriSCA Formula 1 stock car. The last lap ball down then goes John Lund. Can't wait much longer before he utilises that bumper. Will Stephen Cooper hold him off? Will we get the Lund plunge? There it comes. And Lund then takes Cooper out to come through and take the check flag. 53, John Lund takes the honours there. Paul Harrison comes through in second spot, head of 221, Stephen Cooper. Reds, Mr. Starter, Reds please.